Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Immaculate Clicking You. I will be doing a presentation on portfolio on my portfolio pitch actually. Sorry. So the first thing I would like to talk about today is my program, or should I say what I intend to present. So today I have a program called VE. VE is a terminal text editor built or to be built using the C programming language. Actually, I have plans to make VE a much and should I say easy to use terminal text editor compared to VI and VM. So that's the reason for it. No big deal. So I'll quickly move to the next slide. Thank you. Okay. So talking about the team and members, I have choose to do this all by my own. I mean by myself. And why do I choose this part? I intend to have better knowledge and solidify my understanding using the C concept and some other things that are there to understand to using the C or in the C programming language. That is it. So here is where I have it, Immaculate Leaking You, and this project was solely written and implemented by me. That's it. So I'll move to the next slide, or should I say the next slide? This is where I have the description for my project. So I started with the title VE, and why the name? You might be wondering. VE doesn't make much sense to you. Yes, it doesn't, but to me it does means or it does make a lot of sense. So I'll start with the letter V actually. V is for Vim actually, and why the E stands for Emacs. There has been a debate for some time now, or ever since my first phase or my first stage of the software engineering, ELX software engineering program. And we have been arguing about which text editor is way much easier or much easier to use. So my idea of coming in between these two is to use the word VE, is to actually let our people know that there could be something way more easier to use than it is to do. I may not be able to implement everything that it takes at first, but as time goes on, I have mine, or should I say, I have aim or vision for making it a better text editor. At least much easier to use text editor, maybe not in terms of functionality, but in terms of imputing and getting output from the text editor. That's basically all I can say for now. So I remain the author, Immaculate Likinyo. And the brief summary I can actually say about this, I was inspired about it in my first phase of the SC program. Yeah, where me and my peers were having issues when it comes to using the VI editor or emails. We were finding it way more difficult compared to what we have found to use compared to our maybe our notepad and the one on the Windows computer system and so many more other or out there like the maybe should I say Visual Studio Code and so many more. Sha. I really don't want to go into details, but those are just the things. And my primary goal for building this or for making this come to life is that we want something that is way more easy and that will advise or that will help our learners, learn better when it comes to this. At least they will not struggle with code and still struggle with what kind of text editor to use when it comes to writing the code. So this is just the whole reason behind it. I'll go to the next phase. Okay, my learning objective is solely in C actually. Just like you can see, I've been doing everything or I aim to do and achieve all this using the C programming language or the C concept. So when it comes to writing this language, I've actually segmented this concept into two parts. We have some that happens to be like the basic or should I say intermediate concept, while some happens to be maybe or should I say appears to be a little bit more difficult compared to the things that we have been handling. So talking about the intermediate learning, we'll be talking about the functions, arrays, pointers. These are intermediate concept when it comes to the C programming language. And we have others like STL, so which is basically for handling graphics and so many other things. We have SDL event handling and we have the text and graphics. Yes, and there are some other concepts that can be a bit confusing, just like malloc and calloc, file input and output. And we have what we call text buffer management. I hope and pray that I can get to these parts just in a short period of time. I don't see that happening though in the space of 2 weeks, but I'm going to give it my best shot and see what comes out of it. Thank you very much. Let me quickly show you my next slide. So we'll be talking about the technology used actually. Talking about the technology used, the program is solely implemented using the C programming concept, just like I said, which is C with some slight usage in a command line editor, aka Makefiles, for the ease of compilation of the program. And I also include a Git version control system used for managing and tracking of changes in the code and development phase. At least that's what so many of us use these days when it comes to tracking our codes and make changes or tracking changes too in our code base. That is just how it is. Strictly nothing more, nothing less. So I'll come to the challenges that I already identified, which is things that I see to be a problem by the time this project kicks off. Though the project is yet to be implemented, but I have quite some feelings that it's not going to be an easy task rather for me. Regardless, I have insisted on these parts, knowing fully well what it will be the cost or it will cost me. So we have things like time as my challenge and using SDL. Even for the fact that I try to use SDL now, it's something I've been having some issues with in the past because before now I've been trying to see the best I can do using SDL, but still it has not been fun. That's it. So, and some other major minor concept in C programming languages. Thank you very much. So the next phase will be my schedule of work actually. So I have some things orchestrated out in my Trello account. I can't give into details now because I think I'm short of time and I have to run. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.